My name is Huang. I'm from Taiwan. I born in 1953. So this year, 61 years young. But compared to the mentor, 81 years young. So I'm just like a kid. So I need learning from this gentleman.
No.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Same here. I've been looking forward to
the
it.
best master I ever seen.
And he's just kidding about that mentor stuff. He's been Mr. Taiwan. How many times?
Miss Taiwan is a long time ago. I placed Asian Championship, third place in the Asian Championship, and I compete the IFBB Men's World since 1983. The year is Charles Glass. He won middleweight winner, but I cannot enter the final. So but I keep working out until now.
I see. At Gold's Gym, they have a big screen that says, and they run these things on it, and they have the championships. They talk about where legends are made, and there is that show is in there, and that where Glass did that. He did the backflip. You remember that?
Yeah.
After he won, he did a backflip.
I think Gold Gym is really mecca of bodybuilding.
It is.
A lot of gyms say we are the mecca of bodybuilding, like in Asia, in the Middle East, but I think really one is in the Venice Beach, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of great bodybuilders work out there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you'll see just about
so
every.
You are the great legend.
Right. I train there.
I need to learn a lot of like diet, the training, any advice,
No. This is an interview about you.
I just average. I keep checking.
So how long have you been training?
Since the 1980, I think before the about 1970s.
So that makes you about around 20 years old?
I say 18 years old, 20. When I was in the college days, I trained with American soldier. They based in Taiwan, And from my college days, a lot of American soldiers they based in Taiwan, the Vietnam War. So I trained with a lot of soldiers, some Marine.
Oh, well, they would make you work pretty hard.
Yeah, right.
And so what got you interested in training?
You mean
and working out? Yeah, why did you start working out?
Yeah, I started working out because I saw the picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Frank Zane, especially the Frank Zane is in very good shape. Because my genetic, I'm not a natural big, so so I favor the guy, very good shape, but I think nowadays, bodybuilding, most bodybuilders oversized a little bit.
Yeah. They've really grown. We go to the Mr. Olympia in Las Vegas every year, and every year they get bigger and bigger.
So that's why the men's physique is so popular.
Yeah.
Because most of the average people, they want to see a guy just in a great shape. Maybe 5%, 10%, they really hardcore. They want to see the big guy, monster.
Right.
But I think most of the audience, they want to see people just in very good shape, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what happens here at this show, because you get people from all over the world and competing, and you also have people from all over the world watching it, because they're just walking down the thing, they see something going on, they go up in the stands, and they don't know anything about bodybuilding, so they have a hard time relating to people really huge, but to people like us who are pretty good for over the ages we are. You get they can relate to that, and they get a lot of action, and people. Once I remember some German guys were in the gym about 3 or 4 years ago. They kept looking at me kind of funny, and so Matt Funny said, "Have you been on TV?" And I said, "Oh, I don't think so. Maybe." He says, "Well, I think so from the contest." He says, "Yes, we saw you in Germany." And the same with people from Japan. They see it. So this show that you're in gets on all these people with their little cameras and stuff. and it goes all over the world. It's terrific. It's a terrific place. And Joe Wheatley has really done a good job of getting this place as big as it is.
So, by the way, I think you are the master of master. So would you please give me some the advice or the diet? Because you really good condition, always keep good condition. I think you very strict diet, right?
Pretty much so, but it's not as strict as you might think. I do a lot of whey protein, and with skim milk, and I eat cottage cheese and tuna and with mayonnaise, and then I just have another regular meal. So it's at my age, I'm not really growing.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm trying to grow. I've always wanted to grow.
Yeah, right.
But it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, right.
So I have to go to whatever strengths I have, like in the shoulders and being cut, and that's where I've been fortunate to come out pretty good.
I travel around the world, like in Japan, a lot of senior bodybuilders, like age in the 60s, 70s, but they always, you getting older, you're getting very small, not very big, but you have a muscle size and definition both. So I think you're pretty good with natural genetics, right? So
yeah, but the thing about it is that I'm probably bigger now than at any time I competed. I competed, the first contest I ever won, I weighed 146 pounds. And my first contest was right here, and I weighed 150 pounds. And it was a Mr. America over 40, where I was fortunate to get second out of about 16, and won the most muscular. Yeah. And only weighed 150 pounds. So I've always been small. That's all I always have. When I started working out at 15, I was this same height I am, 5'8", and I weighed 115 pounds. So I'm about 50 pounds.
50. I think for a man over like 60 or even the 50, you cannot overweight, right? So for your body weight is not so much, but you're still looking good. So bodybuilding is how much your body weight, how much you can lift, is how you look, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I never tell anybody how much I can lift because it's not very much. But as long as they think I can lift, that's the important thing. And that's what happened why I started training, because everybody was beating up on me. My nickname was Skinny Bones. and so I took a couple of 3-pound ball bearings in a George Jowett course book, and I just started doing exercises. And within a few months, I was 128. And then I convinced my mother to spend the $35 so I could take his course, and they had some sort of little wooden thing on a stick where you do leverage type thing. And I gained another 5 pounds. And then I started working out with weights, and I was 17.
The first time I saw, by the way, Jack Lavellini. Jack Lavellini in his 80.
Yeah, right, Jack
but
Lavellini.
Jack Lavellini. He always say, you taste good, speed up. but the guy, I think, even compared to you in his 80s, but he not look like you.
No.
So I think you were better than Jack. In your 90s, I think you still like this.
Well, when he had his first big gym up in San Francisco, and he had a really great physique. He used to train out the original Muscle Beach. I mean, it was mainly acrobatics and stuff he did down there. They had some weights, but it was mainly guys doing handstands and the adagio stuff like you see a lot in China. And so, but that's where they all started gathering on Sundays, and it was an interesting thing. That my friend and I went up there. This would be 1950, and the guy that there was one big show put on by Vic Tanny, and George Goodrich, big gym owners. And it was at the Shrine Auditorium, which is the biggest stage in Los Angeles. It seats 5,000 people. And they had this Mr. USA show. and anybody that was anybody in the gym business was there. And a lot of famous, like John Grimmett was first.
Yeah, John Green.
Clarence Ross was second. Clarence Ross was the first big name that Weider had.
Bill Pearl.
Bill Pearl, that was before Bill Pearl.
Oh, you before Bill Pearl.
Right. Third was Steve Reeves.
Oh, Steve Lee.
Yeah. Fourth was George Eiferman.
Oh, George Eiferman.
And fifth was Armin Tanny, who was the younger brother of Vic Tanny. Well, getting back to the story, my friend and I went up to the old Muscle Beach up there by the pier in Santa Monica, and we saw the guy that plays fifth, Armin Tanny, was there, and they were working out and stuff, and you know, he looked bad, he looked smooth, he was a big guy, but he was rippling, he was rippling in the stomach, but not the way you want. and so, and that was just 2 weeks out. So we came and I read in the magazine later that he'd won the show. I said, how can he do that? So at least over 50 years later, right here, he was here, and I asked him, Armin, how did you get in shape so quick? And he says, raw meat. I just ate raw meat. But he could get himself in shape. But so many things happened right here.
Yeah, right.
It was a little different back then, but it was right here. Right here, it was right out in this right there. Arnold Schwarzenegger and all the guys would be sunbathing right there on the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, working out in this area here. Yeah, it was. Those were interesting days.
Yeah, I think the many speech, you know, the Muscle Beach is still the #1 place for the bodybuilder all over the bodybuilder. You know.
Yeah,
it's still
it
the best
is.
one, you know. Good weather in the sunny sky, you know.
Yeah.
And people is very good, you know. And a good place to eat, you know.
Right.
The firehouse, and
Right.
the best gym here, right?
Right.
And most important, we have a lot of senior old-timer, the legion like you know. So I think it's the best place to work out. Even you not live in the United States, I think most bodybuilders around the world must visit many speech in his life. You know, this is very important, you know, because a lot of mentor, you know, they live here, they training here, you know, give a lot of advice. So today it's very nice to meet you.
The same here.
Yeah.
Well, very nice
Okay.
to meet you.
Okay, double bicep.
Front double bicep. The side chest, Big Jim?
Do you want to take the shirt off?
If you want to, you don't want to, whatever. If you want to take the shirt off, take the shirt off. Do you want to? Or?
Well, we got to be even.
Yeah, I think you're right. Big Fred.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Still good.
All right, do the front
I
double.
follow you to pose.
Okay, front double. Go check out. So do the front double bicep for about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Then go to the side chest.
Side chest.
Then turn around and do the back, the back, and then do a front double bicep from behind.
Okay.
When you guys are ready. Very nice. Nice. And Jim, how old are you?
81.
81 years old. Huang, how old are you?
61 years young.
Nice.
I'm
Look at
just a
that.
kid staying here.
That's awesome.
Staying from the mentor.
Very nice. Well, it's a pleasure to film both you guys. I'm glad we can all get together. Huang's from Taiwan. You flew in just for this Memorial Day Muscle Beach competition. Right on. And Big Jim's a native here, and he just happened. I called him up and said, "Hey Jim, you want to come down and meet?" And Huang, what was your what titles did you win?
Oh, I won Mr. Taiwan maybe this is back to 1980s, 1970s.
Okay.
Many times. I forgot.
Yo, you won a lot. And then you won Mr. Asia.
No. Third place only.
Third place, Mr. Asia, but you won Mr. Taiwan.
Yeah, right.
Right on.
And I guest posing in Japan every year.
Nice.
And in Osaka, Japan, every year I guest posing.
Right on. And Big Jim, what's all the things you won? Because I know you come down here all the time to Muscle Beach and compete at Joe Wheatley's competitions.
Yes, I won this show that he was in, the classic.
The Masters 60 Open, over 60 Open.
Yes, when I was about 65 when I started, and I won 6 of them, and I placed second about 7. And the first one I ever won, or didn't win, but first big show I was in, right here before they got this fancy outfit, fancy architecture, was the Mr. America over 40, and
Nice.
I was second overall and one most muscular. But
Nice.
I've won a total of 14 shows, and 10 of them were down here. And the biggest thing I ever won was the National Masters over 80, of which I was the only entrant.
Hey, but you know what? Just because you're the only one, you got to remember that not everyone gets to 80, period, let alone starts competing or being in competition. So, I mean, that's just impressive. It doesn't matter that you were the only one. That's impressive that you have the body you have at the age you are.
Well, thank you, but that was the strategy. I knew very young, at a very young age I'd never make it with these big monsters. So I said, the only way I'm ever going to do it is to wait everybody out and be the last man standing.
That's awesome. So Huang, what advice do you have for the young bodybuilders, people just starting the bodybuild? What advice do you give them?
I think the most important is consistency. Consistency. That's most of the people, maybe young guy, maybe training 3 months, 3 years, then stop and go, maybe give up. So I think consistency, persistence, non-stop. Just keep training, no excuse. A lot of young guys, a lot of excuse, right? And training for yourself, not training for your girlfriend or training for yourself, right? Like a mental.
Nice. And what advice do you have, Big Jim, for the up and coming bodybuilders?
First of all, you got to know why you're doing it, and you have to want to do it, and you have to want to do it bad because it's not that easy. But you have to do it in such a way that you keep your interest there, and it's sort of a balance, being interested and through whatever. But what I'm trying to say is that for me, I have to have a goal. If I don't have a goal, I probably wouldn't work out. But that's why I compete, because I want to get as good a physique as I possibly can, because I was an art major in college. And I started, what I thought I'd do instead of doing art, that I would be art. And so I have a long ways to go because of symmetry and so on and so forth. But that's one of the things that keeps me going. The other thing is the feedback I get from other people. That inspires me. And because they say, I inspire them. So, it works both ways. And it's been very successful, and I just love it.
It's amazing. So, any shout outs you want to give?
It's okay.
Damn, look at
Nice. It's a pleasure. Big Jim, any shout outs? Any shout outs you want to give?
I'm just impressed by this guy.
Well, I think both of you, I'm glad we could all meet up. Like I said, Huang flew in from Taiwan for the competition, and I just happened to see that he was going to be here. And I'm good friends with Big Jim, so I'm just glad we got them both together. Two good guys with great bodies at their age, and share with everyone out there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.